Good evening, everyone, and welcome. I call this meeting of the Fraser Planning Commission for August 5th, 2026 to order at 7 p.m. Will you please turn off or put on silent all cell phones, and if you'll join me in standing and starting our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, now we'll begin with roll call. Mr. Clerk, if you will please do that.
Commissioner Barr.
Here.
Commissioner Zarnecki.
Present.
Commissioner Farina. Guess he stayed out a little late last night. Commissioner Kyle.
Here.
Commissioner Meyer.
Here.
Commissioner Tuller.
Here.
Chair Warnick.
Here.
We have a quorum, sir.
Thank you. We now need approval of our agenda. Before we start that, I'm going to make a few little notes. First off, I'd like to add one item that will be addressed by Mr. Logan, and it's to amend the Sheets store site plan. So it's a minor change, but I suggest he bring it in front of the board, and so we'll do that. So if we can add that under what, new business after our other one, so it'd be a B.
All right.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
I just have a couple comments with that. I just think that if it's going to be a formal motion to do something, to amend something like that, that involves an agreement with City Council, it may not be the best to add it to the agenda this evening for Planning Commission. We can have a discussion this evening. I don't think that there's any issue with that, but if there's going to be some sort of action taken by the commission, I'd at least like to have it be vetted through administration first, just because it does involve an agreement as well. So I kind of need to cross our T's and dot our I's on that. Okay.
Probably wouldn't be bad to talk about it real quick.
Yeah, and having an informal discussion,
Right.
I don't think is an issue. I just want to make sure that I understand the scope of it to ensure that, nothing runs afoul of that.
I agree. All right.
Thank you.
I added the word discussion to the end of that.
That's what it is then. And
Frank's
before
here.
we add any more, we'll add that member Farina has come in, so we will officially put him on the roll call. All right, so anything else in that? I just want to make note that where it shows public hearing for the 32540 Utica Road, it's basically a site plan review, but it was noticed for a public hearing. So if anybody has anything, we will still address it like we would do with a formal public hearing. Anything else? Any discussion on agenda? Anything? Commissioner Farina, can you get your mic on?
First, I want to apologize for being late. But I think I'd like to add something to the agenda if I could. It's been several years since we've had any training, and I'd like to ask that the law firm and Dan McKenna get an update training session together in the future, probably December, January time period, for both the ZBA and the Planning Commission. I had occasion to go in. Dan asked me some questions about, were we allowed to talk, and it's covered, and I just want to show it in the ordinance to him and have all of us on the page. So
Is that
if you
something we
guys
should
think
add
it's
to-
a good idea, then put it on the agenda and we'll vote on it.
Or do we just go through commissioners' comments for that? Which way?
Commissioners' comments probably would be fine, and then we can meet, with administration and set something up. I think that's what we typically do.
Okay. So just bring that up at commissioners' comments.
Okay.
Anything else? Okay. Now I'll entertain a motion to accept the agenda as presented,
As
or
amended.
as amended, I'm sorry. Moved by Commissioner Farina, supported by Commissioner Meyer. To accept the agenda as amended. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Seeing none, that agenda is approved. So we'll start with my opening remarks. Tonight's meeting will follow the agenda that was posted online, has been printed for you here. Before we begin, it's important to let everyone know that the Planning Commission is created by state law. The commission is comprised of 7 members, all of whom have volunteered to serve. Members are appointed by the mayor and confirmed by city council. The role of the Planning Commission is to plan and promote the efficient, coordinated development of the city for the health, safety, and general welfare of its residents. We are not here to negotiate with applicants or allow everything an applicant is requesting. However, the Planning Commission does have the power to approve certain requests and recommend others, depending on the nature of the request and whether all the standards in the zoning ordinance have been met. Planning Commission may also impose conditions on a proposed project in order to ensure that those standards are met. Other individuals with us tonight is our legal representative from the legal firm of O'Reilly Rancilio PC, Alyssa Erickson, our city planner representing McKenna and Associates, Dan Comer, and the city clerk, August Gischlag. And representing the Fraser Building Department, we have Bob Logan, too. So, seeing that, let's go to item number 5, approval of the minutes from the last meeting, which would be May 6th, 2026. Any motion to approve or any discussion? Commissioner
Discussion.
Meyer. Discussion, go ahead.
I think we need to add the call to order. The meeting was opened at 7:03, so that was item number 1. And item number 2, also present, we should add Bob Logan, building official. And I don't know if I'm being nitpicky, but under item number 11, August had nothing to say, and Alicia had nothing to say at the end. You know, we listed all the people.
Okay.
So,
You want me to list myself as not saying anything? Okay.
well, I don't, you
Okay.
listed everybody else, so that's why I,
We're not
That's-
supposed to even be asked.
okay, well,
So it's just a courtesy. That's why I left
Well-
this off. But okay. I mean, that's fine. I can add us.
that's the only, that's why I said I didn't know if it was being nitpicky. That comment. That's it.
That's easy.
It was good for the ones that were here that aren't listed.
I can do those.
Yeah, I just had a few other suggestions on, let's see here. It would be, it's like second to last on the 3rd page, I believe. Motion by Trevor Teller, supported by Randy Warnock, to keep the existing zoning. I saw it was motion 2 after Randy Warnock in the draft that I have. I'm not sure if that's been updated already. It's just a typo.
It catches things like it's a terrible thing I have to work.
Yeah, so that would be one fix that I would recommend. And then also on the next page, the ultimate motion to recommend the new zoning ordinance. I do believe that at the end it should be as modified, just because there were some changes made at the meeting last time.
Yeah, I can, that I can do. I did not have that in my notes.
And 9A, the monthly report was to Planning Commission, not council.
Oh, that's a button I hit. I'll have to change that button. Okay.
Okay. Any other corrections or comments? Seeing none,
Hold on. There's still 3 lights on.
oh, I'm sorry, I covered this up. with
Sorry.
this. And, Frank?
Yeah, the comments we're coming up with in the past have all been done prior to the meeting, and rather than hold up the whole board for that, if there are typos and that kind of thing, I guess is very good at changing it, and if you give them a call, then we can go forward and we don't have to go through all.
And you can even modify.
That's what zoning does. They send me emails right away and say, hey, this
And
name
you
is
hand
spelled
it
wrong.
out at the beginning of the meeting, the update?
Yep, yep. If not, emailed to you ahead of time, yes.
That's good. So if everybody wants to take note of that, maybe if you do come up with something, start the process that way. And we'll expect somebody else to follow through. All right? Any other comments? If not, I'll entertain a motion.
I move to accept the minutes as amended.
Okay. Moved by
Second.
Commissioner Farina, seconded by Commissioner Tuller, was it?
Yep.
Yes. All right. All in favor, say aye.
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 You haven't changed your name yet.
Any opposed? Okay, the minutes of May 6, 2026 are accepted as amended. Now, new business, starting with what's listed as a public hearing. SP 26-03-32540 Utica Road, AJ's Appliance Repair and HVAC Site Plan Review. Do we have the petitioner present? If you could come up and state your name and address.
Name's Anthony Jennings, and address 43534 Meadows Court, Clinton Township, Michigan.
Okay, thanks. And just remember, anybody that comes to the microphone, to please speak in it, because
Is that
it's
better?
being recorded.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's good. Yes. Okay. All right, Mr. Comer, if you have anything on that?
Thank you, Chair Wernick, members of the Planning Commission.
Microphone before he yells.
Can you hear me all right?
You're not on. There you go.
We'll adjust.
All right. Thank you, Chair Wernick, members of the commission. Let's get back to where we were. The applicant, Anthony Jennings, on behalf of AJ's Appliance Repair and HVAC, is proposing to convert the former Hallmark building located at 32540 Utica Road into an HVAC showroom and repair facility with storage and office space. The 3,076 square foot building has a gross floor area of 2,572 square feet and is located on a .16 acre parcel in the community neighborhood zoning district. The site that you see here in the subject parcel, is located north of Josephine on east side of Utica Road. The site is currently existing non-conforming in several aspects, including minimum lot size, parking area in front of the building, an existing non-conforming driveway approach along Utica Road, and a secondary driveway approach on the southern side of the parcel along Josephine Avenue. The applicant is proposing to remove the existing parking area, asphalt, and construct a new parking area to the north of the building with 6 parking spaces, including 1 barrier-free van-accessible parking space, an ADA ramp, 7-foot wide interior sidewalk, and a 500-square-foot loading zone. The commercial neighborhood district is designated to meet the day-to-day convenient shopping and services needs of persons residing in adjacent residential areas. It is further the intent of this district to provide these goods and services in a physical setting that is compatible with surrounding residential neighborhoods, which are of a neighborhood size and character. And whenever possible, commercial neighborhood districts shall be developed with consolidated site features to provide for continuity of appearance and function and to minimize any negative impacts on nearby residential neighbors or the city's thoroughfare system. As you can see on the right-hand side of the screen, this is the current zoning map for the City of Fraser. Sorry, I didn't include the legend, but all those parcels adjacent to the subject property, which is marked with a red circle, are all also zoned commercial neighborhood zoning district. Permitted uses in the commercial neighborhood district are uses that provide business servicing and shall be conducted within a completely enclosed building. Businesses shall be of a retail or service nature, dealing directly with consumers, and generally recognized retail business which supply commodities on premises. Additionally, personal service establishments which perform services on the premises are permitted, with examples like repair shops listed. Additionally, uses customarily incidental to the above permitted uses are also allowable in the commercial neighborhood zoning district. This picture on the left depicts the current conditions of the building. And to the right, this is what is registered with the county, and as far as the building floor print and layout. So, submission requirements, a site plan shall be, in our zoning ordinance review, as I was preparing for this, the zoning ordinance states in section 32-103 that a site plan shall be submitted for review and approval by the planning commission whenever construction, use, or establishment of a parking or storage area is being requested. The applicant has submitted this site plan, which was included in your packets. So you'll see in like the hatched diagonal markings, the existing building, the proposed 6 parking spaces just directly to the north, including the ADA space on the far right-hand side, the area marked just to the right of that, with dots is where the proposed 7-foot sidewalk will be going. And the hatch marks just north of the existing building are where the proposed loading zone is suggested. So in reviewing the required parking for this type of use, the applicant is proposing is an HVAC showroom with related accessory storage, repair, and office space. Therefore, 1 space per 500 square foot of floor area of showroom space plus 1 space for each 1,000 square foot of floor area used in processing or storage, and 1 space is required for each 150 square foot of gross office space. So the applicant, in their site plan, and their parking calculations depicted this square footage of the showroom, just over 600 square feet, which would require 2 parking spaces, storage of 1,419 square feet, requiring 2 spaces, and proposed office space of 131 square feet, which would require 1 parking space. One of the conditions of site plan submittal, so that we are missing a couple details that we would like to see on a final site plan submittal, which includes a building plan that has the dimensioned floor plans. So I've spoken with the applicant and the applicant's architect on a couple of occasions, and we've discussed this. What we would really like to see is a floor plan that shows that breakdown of each of those uses. So we can verify that when they go before building department, potentially with a certificate of occupancy. The building department would be checking against those approved plans, so that they'd be on the plans where they were. So that is the detail that we're looking for. Additionally, usually at a final site plan, we want to see details like environmental features, trash receptacles, and the method of screening, and lighting details. So we've also communicated that with the applicant. We also asked the city engineer to take a look at the site plan, and they've provided a review that's also included in your packet. Wanted to note also, both from a zoning perspective and an engineering perspective, ingress and egress, and I'll go back to the previous site plan, and I'll go ahead and read this. All parking areas shall be provided with an entrance and exit from the abutting public thoroughfare, in this case Utica Road. Such entrance and exits may be combined as one, which shall be 30 feet in width. The number of driveways permitted for each site shall be determined by the Planning Commission as part of site plan review. But in making this determination, consideration shall be given to the following factors: location of driveways on adjacent sites and across the street, turning movements and traffic volumes. The location of each such entrance and exits, however, shall be submitted for approval to the Macomb County Road Commission. Now, in this case, the proposed two-way driveway is 24 feet, which is existing, less than the required 30 feet. This is non-conforming driveway. However, the ordinance specifies that Planning Commission shall determine the number of driveways permitted. However, it doesn't give the Planning Commission authority to waive or alter the dimensional requirements. So the applicant shall need to either obtain a variance for the driveway width or submit a revised submittal with the two-way driveway width equaling 30 feet or greater. As I mentioned, engineering did take a review of the plan and noted that no detailed storm sewer or proposed drainage for the parking lot it was provided, which will be needed. And the proposed driveway is located in the right-of-way of Utica Road, which again is under the jurisdiction of Macomb County Roads. So during the engineering phase, the plans are required to be reviewed by the Macomb County Department of Roads and will require a permit from them. So finally, the proposed project, we believe, would allow a vacant building on a visible road to be put back to productive use and improves an existing non-conforming site. Therefore, we're recommending approval of the preliminary site plan with conditions that the applicant shall provide dimension floor plans that provide a basis for parking calculations on a subsequent submittal. The applicant shall provide location details of any proposed trash receptacles and any required screening. They shall provide a lighting plan. The applicant shall obtain a variance for the driveway width or submit a revised plan with a two-way driveway width equaling 30 feet or greater. And finally, the applicant needs to obtain approval from the Macomb County Road Commission to make improvements in the public right-of-way. And finally, Mr. Jennings is here and able to answer any questions you have, as well as staff are here to answer any questions you may have.
Thanks, Mr. Comer. First off, any questions for the planner? Commissioner Meyer?
On the engineering review, it stated that the westernmost, this is item number 3 on Ashley Carpenter's letter, and it said the westernmost parking stall is partially located within the 70-foot parking setback. Should an item number 6 be added that they include, if they want to keep that parking space, that they have to get a variance that it is within the setback?
May I, Mr. Chair?
Yes, go ahead.
So I was going to recommend, if the commission does decide to put a motion to approve on the table and votes on it, I would recommend adding a condition to obtain any and all necessary variances. Then that way, if something occurs after.
After the fact, okay.
Whether that be a dimensional variance or anything along those lines, it could be covered in the Planning Commission's approval.
Mr. Comer, would you verify, though, that 5 spaces, even though you don't have the dimensions and everything of the building, that it meets the 5-space requirement, so that 6th space really isn't needed?
Yes, I think that is a potential that we could look at for sure, and then we can do that for sure. Yes.
And I would just say then that the 5 space, just maybe not stripe that spot, and he would meet without needing a variance or anything then. I mean, that's just a suggestion, but if you want to have 6 spaces, then I guess that would be it. But I guess you can't stop somebody from parking in a spot that's not labeled, but,
Unless you pull the curbing back, and then you only have 5 spaces.
right. Because he might that would give the wider driveway then, probably. So you might be able to make it up. So that's something to keep open. That might be a way for you to achieve the 30-foot and not need a variance for that, for the
Then
two-way
would
driveway.
need a variance for the 70 feet off the road too, correct?
That's what that would take care of. You wouldn't need that, and you wouldn't need the variance for the 30-foot driveway. But, I mean, those are options. That's for you to consider.
Much appreciated.
Any other questions for the administration?
Yes. Did I miss it, or, I didn't see any handicap spots here.
Yes.
I just-
It's right by the building,
One right there, just kind of faint.
closest one to the building.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, they got the new logo.
okay.
It's going fast.
Yeah, so they do have, it's actually a van accessible ADA barrier-free space as well. So just to the right of that, you'll notice the hatching, that I believe that's dimensioned at 8 feet width. So if someone were to have a mobilized chair or some type of ramps that they needed to use from their van, they would be able to open them into that hatched area, which is what that space is for.
Do you know what the extended wood deck is for?
I'm sorry,
You don't, that's fine, I'll ask.
So there's a,
You can't ask you.
We'll wait till we finish up with the administration. Any other?
I have a question for
Yes,
legal or,
Commissioner.
Mr. or Dan, I'm not sure. This is an existing, non-conforming site, and we're making a big improvement to it. So how does that relate to bringing the site up to code? Or not?
Yeah, so this is an interesting one because the characteristics that are non-conforming on the site really deal with the site itself. I think that the Planning Commission is likely used to seeing uses or buildings or things like that that are non-conforming. This is a different scenario where really the non-conformities on site are not being expanded or enlarged. Thereby, they're essentially continuing on, which is
The
essentially.
continuance of the
Which is
non.
correct. So it's essentially just allowing that nonconformity that's already existing to continue on existing, which is essentially what nonconformities do.
Okay, thank you.
But the amendments he's made really improve the site to make it more into conformity with the parking lot, which is our main concern for site plan.
Yes, and as mentioned in the report that Mr. Comer gave, a lot of it is dealing with the parking in the front or the size of the lot, things of that nature, that's not changing, right? And the parking in the front that's a nonconformity is actually being essentially deleted by the proposal by just simply having a driveway. So it is a very unique scenario with the nonconforming aspect of it. It deals, like I said, primarily with the site, which is not how we usually see nonconformities.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Dan, also, you haven't been around, but we've had a few different site plans here on Utica Road in the past couple of years. And I'm surprised AEW did not put in the sidewalk from the entrance to the right-of-way sidewalk. They want a separate pedestrian walkway in there, but I see no note of it in there. But usually it was Mike Vigneron adding that, and this was Ms. Carpenter or something, I believe.
Right.
But if we're going to stay with that, that's why I was just curious if it was brought up in any conversations or anything.
Well, it sounds like that's usually around the requirement for internal circulation and like safe pedestrian passage. So they are adding that 7-foot sidewalk, the connecting the front of the building to the parking lot. I didn't review that actually connecting out to the, I'm not sure that there's an existing sidewalk, but as you can see, it's also kind of unique as that a large portion of this is in the public right-of-way. So I think they also need additional permitting to do any work like you're describing through there. Let me take a
Which could be part of the whole process. I mean, if we're gonna be consistent, and maybe that's something we need to discuss with engineers, because since they didn't bring it up this time, and it's been an issue every time, we've actually made sure that the applicants added that sidewalk. So I'll leave that up to the board. If they're in agreement and we stay with our past history.
Well, and I would say, excuse me.
Go ahead.
So looking at the site plan here, it looks, if you look directly in front of that left leg of the building, it does look like they're proposing a sidewalk in front of the building.
Yes.
That's an entranceway that looks to me like it connects, if you're looking at the existing conditions, to the, out to Josephine. So there, and all of that asphalt in front would be replaced with grass.
Yeah, that's not a sidewalk.
Yeah, that's
that
not a
goes
sidewalk
to-
there, though. I see what you're saying.
So to get the full pedestrian egress in emergency or anything, it was to get to that right-of-way sidewalk. So, and make access even easier for pedestrians. They won't go into the driveway. We don't want them going in the driveway, because that makes the most sense the way it's set up right here, because the sidewalk goes right to the driveway. So you would think they'd walk from that sidewalk, but they'd have to walk up into the driveway area, and that's a danger. So the separate pedestrian sidewalk would be something, and my reasoning is just because it's been done in the past for all past applicants. So we can add that if anybody wants to, and make any motions, we can include that if everybody here is in agreement.
I agree.
So we could take, we'll wait for a motion, and we can add, if we want to make that a motion, add it to our motion then.
I have one question for Dan. Dan,
Yes.
under the engineering thing, they said the proposed plan does not detail any storm sewer proposed for drainage, et cetera. And I didn't see a recommendation from you on that. Should there be a recommendation? Are they gonna have to have a detention pond or a retention pond?
No, I believe that will happen in the engineering review, and Ms. Carpenter, apologize for not being able to attend this evening. No, I don't think for this size parking lot would require any type of stormwater, like detention basin or pond separate, but it does need, I'm sure, to show the proper grading and what the plan is for the stormwater, whether it's to connect to existing or to flow into the road right away. But again, I think that's something that engineering will be reviewing with the final site plan and with their engineering review.
Yep, that's not for us. Okay, any further comments, or if not, I'll take it to the petitioner. Any questions? Did you want to add anything to the presentation that was given?
No, I think everything was fairly straightforward. The only question I would have, as far as connecting sidewalk from the building to the right-of-way sidewalk, what would that entail permit-wise or approval-wise? Because
Well, you're already putting the driveway in, so it'd just be part of the whole process.
Yeah, no, I understand that, but that is Macomb County right-of-way. So
Right.
do I have to go through them to do that?
Well, you'd be part of it's the right-of-way, right? Or is the whole thing in the right-of-way? Then you,
I believe that whole part's
You-
in the right-of-way.
yeah, you'd have to contact them,
Okay,
yeah, to make it happen.
okay.
And that's just part of the whole procedure. Any questions for the petitioner?
Just the one I had.
Commissioner?
Oh, regarding the wood. So there's actually a wooden fence that's there right now that will be taken down. It's, 'cause there isn't an actual parking lot there. I don't know if you have the picture, if it's there, but there was, he might have even taken down. See behind the trees there, there's a wooden fence. He had it, previous owner has their own, owns it now, has it, had it fenced in. The wood fence would be removed. The parking lot would be going where the
The
wood
deck?
fence is.
The wooden deck, that would be,
It's not a deck. I don't know why it says deck. Yeah, it's actually just a wooden fence, like a little fenced-in area.
Interesting.
can't have a wooden parking lot.
With the building being, it's 0 lot line, so the building is right up to the lot line.
Correct.
But it meets the code because of the construction. It's all block, right?
Yes, correct.
So it's not a fire issue, so you would be able to meet, but there might be some other things in the building, and if, for being on 0 lot line, but that'll be in the building review.
Yes.
Any other questions for the petitioner? Go ahead, Commissioner Zarnicki.
Mr. Jennings, so when you take away the asphalt in the front, what are you going to do with that area?
So we're gonna grass in front, yeah.
Thank you.
And kind of go back, we requested the, building inspector came and did walk the building with us prior to kind of give us an idea of anything that needed to be done on the inside and
Good.
stuff like that, so.
That's good. Landscaping-wise, then, are we,
I would like to see some landscaping.
yeah, I would think, because that's part of our approval process.
Okay.
Landscaping comes into effect, so it should be something that gets approved. We don't want to see something, and all of a sudden you throw this tree that, obstructs vision or does something. We have certain landscape requirements, but I did not see a landscape plan. Or
Did
was
not have a
there?
landscape plan, no. The only thing we had on the plans was, grassing where the asphalt, currently goes out to Josephine.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, and I apologize, that's where I get confused. If we can't bring it up to code, then how do we ask the applicant to put some trees in the front?
For the site plan
For the s-
approval, that's part of the site plan. So you could, that's what we're here to discuss.
I'm still confused, but that's okay, it's me. I'm getting confused with the nonconformity and the site plan approval. And bringing it up to code. I apologize, it's fine.
So all we have to view is that other, the basic site plan, if you can do, Dan, go to that. And we really only see a little, looks like a tree on the bottom, or on the Josephine side. I don't know if that's,
And I think there's a little bit on the Utica side too.
and of course, being on Utica Road, it's the speed limit and everything, you don't want to obstruct pedestrian vision. There's all kind of things that come into play. So usually some ground hugging things would
So shrubs.
be to
or-
dress it up, but, go ahead.
I would just mention that front area, it's a pretty good chunk of right-of-way, so the planning commission's authority, so to speak, to require things in the right-of-way, it's really up to the Macomb County Department of Roads. So
Yeah.
I just, it's a unique site.
Right.
In so many circumstances, so I just want to mention that for the record.
But Josephine is the city's right away.
I do not know about Josephine, I was just more so focused on Utica.
Yeah, Utica is, yeah, I think we're kind of limited with what we can do with that.
From what I was told, yes, Josephine would be the city's right away.
Yeah. So we could add something, just to give it a little more character and just makes the business more attractive too, and that's why we have it in our ordinance for landscaping. So I would say, because you've still got to present some other things, that we're gonna go probably, I'm just letting you know, in the direction of following the planner's comments and not give full approval tonight of anything until we get some different submittals. So that's just the direction I see. It's up to this board. We'll vote on and see. But did you already have something planned between the two of you?
Well, the way I've typically taken the site plan review in other communities is I think we're here tonight for the planning commission to decide on approval of a
Subject.
preliminary site plan, yeah.
Okay.
Conditional on them addressing
Okay.
these issues that were raised by the planning review, and in their subsequent submittal, we would be able to improve administratively the final site.
So we can add, this board can add anything, and I'd be open to any suggestions here while we're discussing it.
I mean, I kind of
Commissioner
think that the recommendation's pretty thorough. I think that we are taking a arguably eyesore on Utica and making it nice, adding a bunch of stuff to it. I think that we're looking at semantics at this point, and that we're adding additional hoops to somebody that is going to be genuinely improving our community with a property that is difficult to do things with, very difficult to do things with that property. So in my opinion, I think that just the recommendation itself is more than sufficient of the different, things that we need to hit for this to happen. And I'm not going to deny this off of like putting a shrub or something in the front. And quite frankly, like what are you going to put there that's not going to grow tall enough to actually block you pulling out onto Utica if you're in that spot? Even something that goes 3 feet up,
That's what
you're not
this
going to be able
board-
to see out it.
That's why we discussed that.
So-
and that's why
That's
it's been common practice for this board to address landscaping. So when we don't get a plan for landscaping, even though we love what's going to happen to the building, we can be behind that completely, but a precedent has been set for us to do it, and we just want to cover our bases. And
I'm just
that's
giving
why
my
it's
opinion.
open. Yeah, and that's fine. That's great. And that street's kind of weird because of the way it is. There really isn't a frontage,
I drive down that
area.
street every single day.
and it's really
Old
not
Josephine.
it's not a greenery area
It's like
there.
it's a parking lot that turns into a street. It's
It kind of blends right in.
yeah.
Yeah, into the church parking lot. It
Yeah.
goes right into it. So, yeah, so the only real greenery will be what you do to the front of that and that other little area. So if that's, I would just want a motion that says you want to accept it that way, and that would be good. As long as we discuss it and add it to any motions for, that landscaping would be sufficient that way. That's up to the board or any motions. So, any further, Commissioner Farina?
No? Somebody else?
I have a comment.
I'm
and-
sorry.
And I'm going to ask Mr. Jennings, I did visit and met Mr. Jennings' wife today, and she explained, you're keeping your current location,
Correct, yes.
and then this is just going to be an additional facility for you, for the HVAC only.
Yeah, correct. For the people that, we are already currently an established business in the city of Fraser. And we're just looking to expand and stay within the city of Fraser. Our office for our appliance repair and HVAC operations already runs out of 34346 Utica Road. And we're just looking to expand here, as we're running a warehouse, and we're looking to be able to put our HVAC operations at this building.
Thank you.
I have a question. What are you going to do with all the facade, which is the building itself?
So you mean on the
modernize it,
front of the building?
painting?
You mean the front? Because it's the only facade. So actually, it's going to be redone. So a new facade's going to be put on the front.
Yay.
Normally that'd be great, but it's.
You see the
Normally
smiles?
that comes to us too.
Yeah, I've actually already gone through and gotten quotes for the roof, facade in the front, parking lot to be done. We've done the site plan. I've got quotes for, redoing the inside front of the flooring. Only thing I haven't gotten a quote, we are looking to obviously paint the building too, due to the condition of it not being taken care of. Only person that hasn't came is a couple painters that we work with, give us a quote on that, because that's gonna be the last thing that gets done, obviously, with everything else that needs to be taken care of.
And we do have issues with painting of block buildings. So there are some requirements that could go through the building department. and make sure that we meet if you submit the type of paint and everything. We get pretty picky on that.
Okay.
And it's mainly because of peeling and what things will look like 10 years from now.
Correct, yeah. If you're not
So-
using the correct paint, it's gonna be a problem.
So there are some special painting. Okay? Anybody else?
Yeah, are you gonna have any trash receptacles outside?
So at the moment, we're thinking no, because we already have a trash receptacle at our other office.
Yeah, and it's easy enough to throw stuff in the
Yes.
bed of a truck.
Yeah, so, we're not really gonna be in and out of there. I mean, you're talking a bag of garbage, maybe 1 or 2 employees there a week. I mean, so you're talking a bag of garbage. When our guys, we're gonna be using it for the warehouse and have stuff there, so, our guys would, take equipment, but that would be boxes they'd be throwing away in our other dumpster, so no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
not looking
and that's, the reason I asked is just because it is a part of the recommendation, and it would require screening and this and that, but if you're not even gonna have it, then it's,
Yeah,
again, it's a
with the
whole nother-
limited space, it makes it,
Yeah.
should be hard to even think about putting that.
Plus, you could, I assume they would have city pickup there, right, with just a can? Does that exist for that? Because, I mean, you could wheel a can just in the door, in that side garage door, and then just at least have an actual plan for trash for that building.
Yeah, most are responsible for their own disposal on businesses.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't think you just can't do it, especially on a street like Utica.
Sure.
We got Josephine there, so it'd be something to ask
That's
ask
what I'm
the,
thinking. Because, they could literally wheel it out that bay door,
right.
and just, if they have 2 bags of garbage in their blue bin that everybody else in the whole city has, normal. But just an idea, just thinking on number 2, because, again, if it's nothing that you're gonna do anyways, it doesn't matter. But if you do, you gotta screen it.
Commissioner Meyer.
I was going to basically ask the same question. Would they have to go to ZBA? Because it's, I can't even see, I mean, even if they were to take out that 5th parking space, most dumpsters are 10 foot by 10 foot inside dimension, and you either go with an 8-inch wall, or if you go brick and block, which more than likely they wouldn't do in this instance, you're talking 11 foot 4 inches, and this property doesn't have the capacity for it. So, is that something that they'd have to go to ZBA for? Because, I mean, this is just my opinion, but they've got a good, I would think they would have a good argument there because of the size of the property that, I mean, is that even something that we need to worry about, is what I'm saying?
Worry about in what way, Ms. Meyer?
If they need to provide 5 parking spaces, but they also need to provide a trash receptacle on a property that doesn't seem that you can do both equally, so,
So as I explained kind of at the beginning of all of this, I think that the site plan itself is pretty simple. So if there were variances, whether that be for the trash receptacle, whether that be for the parking calculations based on detailed floor plans that the Office of Planning is requesting as part of a conditional approval, should anything come up, then yes, a variance would be required if it's under zoning ordinance regulations. But that obviously it's just up to whatever's on the books. So any conditional approval would kind of be a catch-all, so to speak, for any of all those necessary variances in the event that a subsequent review prompts a necessity of one.
okay.
It is tough in pre-existing conditions, and this site has been this way for ages. And it's kind of tough to do things with a site that's limited. You can't go expand unless you purchase another property next door to it, and then you'd come to us too for that, so.
Correct.
So, if there's no. Yeah, it's always good to get bigger. Any other questions or comments for the petitioner? If not, if you'll take a seat, I won't, open it up to the public. If there's anybody that's here from the public that has any comments or concerns. Nobody? Okay, good. I guess you could come back up. It's not a formal public hearing, so we're not basically close that time.
Public comment was open, public comment was closed.
There we go. Public comment is closed. All right, bring it back to the board. Anybody want to make a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to move forward with the recommendation as it is read. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all of it in this. Do you want me to read it out, or can we just copy paste it?
Is your motion to approve, Mr. Teller? I just want the record to be
Yes.
clear.
Yes. Approve the proposal with the 5 contingencies in the recommendation section, word for word.
I want to second that, but I'd like to make sure that we add the,
All variances applied for
Yeah,
part.
yeah.
So if you would like me to refine it a bit, it would be a motion to approve the site plan with the 6 conditions, 5 of which are listed in the July 15th memorandum from Mr. Comer, and a 6th condition being my recommended addition of obtaining any and all necessary variances.
You got it.
Okay. I think that makes things a little bit easy.
Beautiful.
Okay, now, if, just comment, we talked about that right away. If it was neglected by the engineer who's always made it a note to do it, if it comes up again, are we gonna need to come back here or something, or are we gonna?
So, as I've always said, an applicant coming before the commission, they have to comply with everything else that they're required to do, whether that be engineering, building. I mean, there's a lot of things that don't come before this commission that city administration looks at. So in the event that a sidewalk is required elsewhere on site or something along those factors, they will look at that subsequently, and they'll either have to provide it, or they may need a variance or something along those lines.
Okay.
So, again, we kind of have a catch-all in there.
Yeah.
But they also have to comply with everything else that's in our ordinances, so.
As long as if there isn't any other engineering things, you'd have to meet that. So that won't be part of our approval process. Our approval process is as submitted to us and with our amendments. It sounds like the motion is in right now. Does anybody have any comments or questions on the motion?
Did we hear support?
Yeah, it was Frank.
Thank you.
Frank did.
Yep. So we have motion by Commissioner Tuller and support by Commissioner Farina. If there's no further questions, if we could take a roll call vote.
Commissioner Barr,
Yes.
Commissioner Zarnecki,
Yes.
Commissioner Farina,
yes.
Commissioner Kyle. Yes. Commissioner Meyer,
Yes.
Commissioner Tuller,
Yes.
Chair Warnick.
Yes. Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations and welcome again. I guess you're already in the community, but we love seeing growth and success, so we wish you much success.
We enjoy being in the community and being a part of it, so we appreciate it. Thank you.
Good. It's like free advertisement here for you tonight.
It's a nice little spot there, too. I had my guy reach out about it, and then he said it was under contract, so congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right, you're all set.
All right, thank you.
Thanks again. And we'll continue with that Part B that we had a discussion. And if I could get Bob Logan to address what, everybody got this sheet on the sheets. And if you can tell us what their proposal is, and we can discuss and talk about it like which way to go the best way. Oh, you don't have a mic there?
Not yet. We're waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm supposed to have a real mic soon. All this is supposed to be redone. Yeah.
Good. In the future.
Okay, so everybody knows where Sheets is at. I have been contacted by Ryan from Sheets, and he is trying to, we've got somebody on, what's that other street? Rosemary. That's,
South side.
their headlights are going into the back of the house, so they're keeping them up pretty much late at night, things like that. So she brought it to the building department, wanted to talk about it. So we reached out to Sheets, and she did too, and they decided to just put some more arborvitaes up. There's 30 right next to the detention pond. They're 4 to 5 feet tall. And then they're also going to put some more against the block wall. So they're not doing nothing to the site plan to take anything away. They just want to add. I did talk to Dan about it, and he has no, and Carson, and they have no problems with it because it's not too close to the street or nothing like that. But Dan suggested to bring it to your guys' attention that this is what they want to do. I did talk to Ryan and told him that he didn't have to come here today because it's really not, there's nothing there. So I told him I was just going to go in front of you guys and inform you that this is what they want to do. If you guys have a problem or something with it, then we can go from there.
And Alyssa, you said we would make a suggestion maybe to council, or what do we?
No, so I guess what I would like to do is just obviously take the information that I received tonight, look at all the documents that we have from our side of things, and just ensure that no further approval is necessary or amendment or anything like that. I don't know off the top of my head if that would be required, but this is, the first time hearing of this, so I don't really want to have the commission take any action or me give you a suggestion tonight. I just kind of like to do a information gathering, so to speak.
Okay. I'll make a comment that it really buffers up that retention area. I like the idea of adding more to buffer it up, and I see no problem with it at all, so.
Yeah.
Any other comments?
I think it's great.
Green's great.
Any other members?
Just clarification for me. I mean, I see the note, deliver and install 4 to 5 feet emerald green arborvitae. Is there more down here?
Correct.
Oh, so that's, and
Yep.
so it's up and
Yep.
down, okay.
Correct.
And who is Ron? Ryan, who's
Ryan
Ryan?
is with Sheets.
Manager or,
He's one of the, like, the general contractor, well, I'm not general contractor, he kind of like oversees the property,
okay,
him and David.
okay. Okay, thank you.
So just the way the concrete is poured, when they're coming down, like off 14 Mile Road in front of the store, the headlights like dip down and they go up the hill for drainage, and it goes right in the
Right.
backyard.
So I'm glad the resident contacted the city and Sheets, so that's what they need to do.
Correct.
It's good.
Yeah, it sounds like they want to help things out, help.
Correct.
others, and that's a good neighbor
Correct.
policy, so I appreciate that. So we'll leave it up to Alyssa to follow through on that.
Yep, we'll review everything, and if anything is necessary to come back in front of the commission, we'll
And we'll do so.
coordinate. Yep.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Bob.
I have one question. Listen,
Yes, Mr. Freeman.
with this, with the approval that council gave, are they allowed to vary from that?
So that's what I'd like to look at, because usually.
This sounds like a good thing to do. and,
Correct.
yeah.
Yes, I just want to make sure that the wording of the agreement does not require, even as minuscule as this change is, and it's an addition and it's positive, I just want to make sure that there's nothing that needs to be changed.
That's great.
Yep.
Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Thanks again, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
Okay. So that's most we can do with that. So we'll go to number 7, unfinished business. There is none. Public communication on non-agenda items. Is there anybody in the public that wishes to talk about anything non-agenda? No? Okay. Yeah, no, I would do that, yeah. So seeing none, we'll go to monthly report for May and June of 2026. Mr. Comer.
Yes, Thank you, Chair Wozniak. So I'm unable to pull these up on the screen, I apologize, but they're included in your packet, and I do have them in front of me this evening. So just really quickly, the highlighted yellow, or where we had any changes, so we haven't met since May 6th, so I included both May and June's reports. And I did also send these out in lieu of us not meeting last month, so hopefully everyone received those, because I realized it was a little bit of a gap between our meetings. So for May, Planning Commission recommended approval of the zoning ordinance update with revisions to City Council at that May 6th meeting, so that was the biggest thing, and so that was a real positive about May. Following into June, I think we had the City Council postpone the public hearing to approve or deny the proposed zoning ordinance update at their June 11th meeting. So that was the big update, and I'll go ahead and spoil the surprise for you for the July update. City Council did approve and adopt the city's proposed zoning ordinance update as amended, and I know a ton of work went into that. Many members of this board and the community contributed to that zoning ordinance update. So Lauren, who's also with McKenna, really steered the ship, and want to give her a public shout out for seeing that all the way through to the finish line as well. So thanks everybody for your support and engagement with that process. Any
And,
questions about the
well,
report?
while you're doing that, can you make sure that we all get a copy of the amended zoning ordinance for our records or for our info?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're actually in the process of working with the city to get that to Municode and get that updated. So,
It's already there and up, it's just not codified, but it's like, it's in the pending codified section, and we just threw it up as well on the website the day it went active, so that anyone could access the PDF.
Okay. I
Can't
know
we,
building department's gonna wanna have copies.
I was going to say, can we still have hard copies? I hope.
Yes.
We need a hard,
Yeah,
we
that'd cost
do
me
need a
like
hard
$80 to
copy.
print out.
Yeah,
Paper.
more paper.
Yeah, yeah. It is what it is.
how about, would it be acceptable if I send out the PDF copy to all the members? And then if anyone wants to request a hard copy, you can just respond. and
Yeah.
let
Can
me
you
know.
do that with
Hard
the,
copy.
can you do that with the notebooks you're gonna give us too then, or?
Requests for hard copies.
Okay. I've seen that.
Actually,
Okay.
you have 14 because the ZBA won't want to.
Do we have an actual date that the new ordinance takes effect? I mean, it
The
should be
31st,
shortly.
July 31st, it took effect.
It did.
So
It's
it was
already
proper,
in
it was
effect.
published right away, everything was, it's 70, yeah, it
All right.
took effect July
All
31st,
legit.
Friday.
Good. Thank you. Thanks for that report, Dan. Zoning Board of Appeals Member Liaison Report. Frank?
I have one question.
Oh, go
Or
ahead.
I don't see Mr. the car wash on here. Where do we stand with that? I don't know, Bob, is that a question for you or Dan or?
Mr. Car Wash,
Mr. C's,
No, Mr.
No,
Carwash.
Mr. Carl.
Mr. Car wash.
okay.
Mr. Car, on Utica Road?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that they are going before the Zoning Board of Appeals. Well, they've requested to go before the Zoning Board of Appeals for a sign at next month's meeting, so they've submitted an application for that. As far as, I think the other aspects of the review, I think we're with the building department at this point. So I'm not sure there's anything additional from planning.
Yeah, we wanted to try to be open by the end of last month. They never made it. So they're still trimming out, some of the facade, things like that.
So they still got to get finals on the permits and everything. Yeah, yeah, there's no way we could, yeah. Got to wait till all that's final before you can get a certificate of occupancy, so. Okay,
Okay.
back to Frank.
Okay. It's going to be a long report. We had no meeting in May, we had no meeting in June. We will meet tomorrow, and it's been, the postponed case of Birdies and Brews is coming up. They have reduced the occupancy down, and they're asking for less of a variance for parking, but I'm going to ask, you're not up to date on that one, are you?
I am not really intimately involved with that.
Is, they were supposed to get with your firm and get a codified document put out and on record, and I didn't see any notion of that. So I think they're looking for us to go and, for a lesser variance, but for some reason, they were there's another public hearing that's gonna be held on it, so, and it's a lesser variance, so I think we're gonna handle it tomorrow.
Good. Any other zonings issues?
Nope.
Nothing? Okay. Commissioners' comments and items of interest or concern. We'll start with Commissioner Toller.
Got nothing.
Nothing? Commissioner Farina?
Well, the training class that we talked about, it's been 2 years now, more than 2 years that we've, since we had the last one, we have new people coming on board, especially on the ZBA, there's a bunch of new people, so, you know, I'd like to see that come, I'd like to see us keep up our credentials on that, too.
I did
used-
like that. I
yeah.
appreciated that when I first joined, just saying, like, that was nice.
So we put that on you, Dan.
Excellent.
Well, it's Dan and Alyssa.
Oh, Alyssa, too, that's right. That's right. It was a tag team last time. That was a good job, though.
Yes, it was. But, that's it.
That's it? St. Malachi Fest?
Well, you like? St. Malachi's Festival is the third weekend in August. Come one, come all. It's a good time. Oh, I wanted to mention to you all, if you haven't noticed, that there is a new plan for the parks out in the lobby here. Take that and look at it and vote for which one you like, because they're looking for input. And I hate to see plans go out and 20 people, you know. So when early voting, I kept pushing people to
They
go.
extended the deadline just because of early voting and all the people walking in and going there. Yeah.
I already voted. Went through everything. It's gonna be so cool. My buddy bought a house on Park a while back, and they're gonna hopefully be able to connect it to the park. How cool would that be?
Commissioner Kyle? Are you all set, Frank? Okay, Commissioner Kyle, all set? Commissioner Meyer?
I have a question. It says that Sheets, the final certificate of occupancy is still pending. What, is that a typo, or what? I mean, they've been open for how many months?
I would defer to the building.
Okay.
So they do have a temporary.
You're going to get yelled at.
Don't fall.
They do have a temporary C of O as of right now. There's a couple things that, like, the county wants to come back in 3 months and make sure, like, the approaches and things like that hold up.
Okay.
So it's just little piddly stuff
Okay.
that we just have to wait to see.
Okay, thank you. I was just curious, because it was like, they've been open, so what was the deal? Thank you.
Okay, is that it?
That's it. Sorry.
That's all right. Commissioner Barr? Anything? Nothing? Commissioner Zarnicki?
I have two insignificant things. Our previous planning consultant would give us a copy of the public hearing notice ahead of time, that we know when a public hearing is coming. So if you can just email us a notice that sometimes we get questions by people, it's like, we don't even know about a public hearing coming up. And the other item, August, is can we get a copy of the revised minutes? I know you were doing it, sending it by email, and kind of lost it.
Yeah,
in the
I'll send it out to you all. That's fine.
Thank you.
After, I'll put it up first, and then it gets into the Civic Plus, and then I'll.
Okay. Can I pull it up in the Civic Plex? Because
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm leave town tomorrow. I'll do it next week.
That's all fine.
Yep.
If I need help, I'll give you a call. Okay, because I've been trying
You
to.
might, because it's not fun.
It's cumbersome.
You keep an actual library of all of them, like?
I don't, and that's why I don't want hard copies. I'd rather go to the website and
Yeah.
pull them up.
Yeah,
Just
it's-
to
it is
have
available
something
there,
remind me.
so long as we have access to it. I know, it's, takes a lot of room up.
That's what I all
I
think.
do have
Thank you very
something
much.
else. I had
Wait, hold
Miss-
on, are you complete?
I am done. yes.
Okay, thanks. Go
I
ahead.
had Mr. Tuller paint a piece of yard art for me. And if you want something to come out nice, have him do it. I mean, I don't mean,
Commercial.
I don't ever do this to advertise somebody, but it just, my wife was so happy with this thing that I got meals for a week. I didn't have to take her out to dinner.
What did Commissioner Tuller do for you, so I know? I'm
It
sorry.
was a cat, it's a metal sculpture of a cattail.
Oh.
And it was originally done in automotive paint, real bright and that, and he went in and restored it, and it's gorgeous, just gorgeous, you know.
Use some real cool colors on it. It's multicolored, so it was a chrome base coat, and then I added the green for the leaves is a Lambo green, so it's got some bronze in it and flakes. And then the top piece or whatever is a nice tinted, what was it, bronze? No, it was copper. So it was a copper tinted little like cattail part, but
And that's in your yard, Commissioner Farina?
turned out great. I
And
can show you a
Commissioner
picture.
Tuller, did you get fed also those good meals?
I wish.
I have something for him. If I can get him to return the call, I have something for him.
Okay, we all set? Okay, Bob, you have anything?
I just, if you guys haven't, Chris from the rec department has moved over to the senior activity center. And I was over there today, and he's redoing a lot of the outside, bringing mulch in. They're gonna plant some flowers on the outside. They're gonna power wash it.
Oh, boy.
We heard you.
To recap, Chris was moved,
gotta
he's redoing
recap.
the outside.
Yeah,
They're gonna paint, they're just gonna just freshen up everything over
that's at the senior center.
at the senior activity center, yes. So if you guys haven't been over there or anything, take a swing by there. I was there for the last couple of days to see the progress. DPW's been good over there, tearing out grass. I didn't know they had, on the raised wall against the building, they got a garden there.
Yes.
I never knew that. So I've been checking that out, and just, Ally was just showing me everything that they were growing and things like that. And the seniors are just going crazy over it. They just put it in a basket, and
Is the recreation department out of there now, or is it?
yes, yep.
It is like it used to
He moved
be?
over there, as of September 1st. He told me that they will, be there, all week till 4:30.
Okay.
So they're gonna have longer hours, things like that for things. But, it's just, if you guys can get over there, just check it out. It's,
It's a very well-run operation now.
yeah, he's doing good. He's got a good team over there. So,
Good,
it's just, he's cleaning it up.
good, it's been a while.
Yeah. Doesn't look just plain anymore.
Yeah, and it's
Repainting the poles, repainting the bases, stripe, the DPW's painting new lines in.
good, it represents our community well now.
Correct.
Good.
A lot of people over there.
Good. All right.
They have a
even
lot of
though-
programs going on, too.
yeah, even though it's not formally that, August, do you have anything?
I'm tired, I want to go home.
Dan, anything?
I'll note it in my
Alyssa?
notes.
I've got nothing.
August
Wow,
has
wow,
nothing.
and I have nothing, too. I just welcome Dan for, this is your regular first meeting, really, right?
Do we have anything coming up next month?
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Anything coming up?
Yes, actually, we received application for special land use request for group family daycare.
Okay.
For who, please?
For group daycare center in residential, so someone who's requesting to go to 13 to 20.
So that'll be a public hearing, correct?
Yes, that'll be a regular.
And I will make sure I send you the notice
Thank you.
as I'm submitting it,
Thank you.
Good.
everybody. And yeah, so I think that's September 1st or 2nd? September 2nd.
Okay. I have nothing else, and I'll accept a motion to adjourn. Motion by Commissioner Meyer, support.
Support.
Support. Let Kathy support then. So Kathy supports that. And all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No nays? Want to stay? Thank you. Have a good night. Oh, adjourn at 8:15.
You're welcome.